Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to this GG APAC live event. So I'm the backstage manager, Jason, and the other one is the speaker, Priscilla.
Hello,
Hi.
hello, hello,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to introduce what is GG APAC. Actually, GG APAC is a community which is connecting different GGs in the APAC, Asia Pacific region. And this is the website. This is the official website of the GG APAC. You can find this event on the front page. When you click here for the detail, then you can find we have a lot of language, a lot of section is broadcasting in these few days. Let's say you can find the section in Chinese. There is a agenda, is a schedule, and we have English, and we have Japanese, something like that. You can just feel free to explore here in the official website. And for us, we are the GG Hong Kong Macau SAR, and we are doing the Cantonese and also some English section. So you can find the section in our web page, and this is the section we're talking about the Google Earth. Yeah. Okay, so time is running short. Maybe I can pass the time to the speaker today. And
Hello,
welcome.
hello. Thank you so much. Thank you for Jason's invitation, and thank you very much for joining this live. This is also my first time to have this sharing on live. So today my topic is about how to use Google Earth in humanity lesson, because I am teaching integrated humanities, and like specified is talking about geography and also history subjects. So I would like to talk about how do we use it to bring the more virtual elements in our classroom. So this is what we are going to go through today. So we will spend some time to talk about why we will use Google Earth in our lesson, especially now we are having a lesson online in Hong Kong. So and also introduce how to use Google Earth online website version, by how to teaching you guys how to navigate, how to explore the panels, how to add content, and also we'll think about in students' perspective, how do we do this? And then there will be some lesson ideas from my experience, and the lastly is reference. So let's start. So why do we use Google Earth is mainly now we having a COVID-19, and now we are all staying indoors, and even our lesson is become now online. So now all the physical in the past we will bring our student to like physical uh tour or a field trip, or we can say field trip. But now it seems that my students have never been to field trip for like 1 year at least. So it was kind of an impact to them, because they need to see some real case, they need to see it face to face. Some of them are visual learners. So Google Earth is one of the tools that can compensate this weakness, that can bring more more connection from students' perspective, so that they can see the images, the not just overhead image, panorama, and also satellite image. And it was interactive, that the student can use some of their sensory skill to fly around the globe by dragging the yellow character. And they can also create their own project, create their own virtual tour. So it was really easy and free to use, and it can across different discipline and across all year levels. So let's get started. So there are some reasons that why I use Google Earth. So to be specific, in geography and history lesson, especially if we are teaching mapping, the mapping skills or map reading skills, using Google Earth is a good way to bring to teach our students how to calculate the distance, or to understand different relief system, different terrain, by using the topographic mapped style. And also you can also allow there are some ready-made template, which is by different organization on climate change, on ocean acidification. So these are really good tools. And for history, the student can explore in different part of the world to learn about civilization. So now this is what I'm doing when I am having a online lesson these few days. So last week, I'm talking about the urban problem in Hong Kong, and I'm bringing them to the inner city in Hong Kong, that is Tu Kwai Wan and Sham Shui Po, so that I will ask them to see to see whether they can observe the problem in this area, like the urban decay or the mixed land use. So this can bring the attention and engagement to the lesson and have a sensory about can we place the limitation of not having a real field trip, but now we are bringing the field trip at home. So now there are different other function. Okay, so in the Voyager platform that is inside the Google Earth, we can there are some very good use of website, or there are many good use of template that we can use to explore with our students on different subjects in geography. Like when we talk about the global warming CO2 emission problem, we can bring them to underwater Earth to see the ocean acidification, how it affect the coral reef. And we can also bring them to see the rising sea level, and also see how the climate change impact to the coastal area. So they also can understand different the coral bleaching by going through the Voyager and ice melting as well. And in history, I was using Google Earth scavenging hunt to bring them to different architecture and different tourist spot. And I also use timeline to guide them through from one event to the others, so that they could have a chronological order about what was happening on one of the historical events. So this is the general background. So now we are going to explore together what is Google Earth and how do we use it in our lesson. So now I would like to send you a link in the chat box. So the link is earthgoogle.com. Okay, so there will be so may I ask if the link was shown to you? Okay, now if not, then maybe we'll just go through it right now. Okay, so the link is called earthgoogle.com. Wait a second. Let me share another screen then. Okay, so when we see when we go online, you can type earthgoogle.com or google.com/earth/. Then when you go there, you can see that there is a blue box here in your top right hand corner mentioning Launch Earth, but next to it there is more about Google Earth. That was some of the version that was being made by Google Earth, like Earth Engine, Earth Studio, Earth VR, and Earth Outreach. So maybe before we go to Launch Earth first, we can go to have a look on Earth Engine. So you can click here Earth Engine, and it will bring you to this link. I will also paste this link in the chat box. So when you see this link, excuse me. So when you go to this link called earthengine.com, there are altogether two functions that was really evidential, especially when we are teaching junior geography. We are teaching some climate change theory, then we may need to have some evidence showing that the sea level was now rising, or maybe there is a ice melting happening in the pole area. So using the data set is a very good function. So maybe we can have a look here about the data set. So when you see the data set, so these are all made by different organizations based on like there are different evidence showing about surface temperature, climate, and atmospheric and weather, and also different satellite imagery or showing the relieved surface. And so this is also a really good or scientific record when we are using it in our lesson. And I would like to go through the browse my TED part. So for me, when I'm teaching climate change, then I will type the word here, climate change, and show them about how the sea rise happening and how it was flooding some of the agricultural land use. So I will show this picture to them and show that the coastal area was kind of being affected, and not just affecting the coastal area, but also the flatland and the arable land use was being affected as well by the sea level rise. Okay, so there is also one more function that when we are using this one, you can go to. So you can also go inside, and then maybe we will go back to the climate change first. And then we can have a look on the drained organic soil emission. And so when you scroll down, you can see explore in Earth Engine. And when you go here and then you can copy this using copy code. You can go to copy code sample, and then you click here, then you will instantly copy, and you can open in code editor, then you can see what happened around the whole globe on the soil, and what happened to the soils, and also what happened to the farmland, which is under the impact of climate change. So when you go to this search engine, and then you can just copy this here, and then you run it. So you will take maybe a little bit a while, then you can see something happen. So you can see that the red area, so mainly are the coastal area. So it was documented that there is a drained soil happening in this area, especially near the Singapore or Southeast Asia area under the impact of the climate change. So this will be a very good evidence showing to our students about what exactly is happening currently. So by using this Google Earth Engine surveys. So this is one of the tools. So maybe I will say it once again. So first of all, you go to, you click to the images that you want to have more detail about, and then you scroll down and you may see explore in Earth's engine, and you can copy code sample. Then you go to open code editor. So when you do that, then you can copy the code and then run it. So you can copy the code and then you can paste it here in the new script and run it. Then you can find out what you want. You can get a more a bigger overview, not just in Singapore, but also in overall in the world. And you can see there are some red shaded area showing about the impact of arable land around the world. So so it was one of a very good example can be showing to our students with a very good evidence showing about climate change. So it also have different kind of purpose. You can use it in science as well. Right, and then now we will go to the next one. So wait a second because it takes some time to run it. Okay, and again, let me go back first. Okay, so again, we were going through the Google Earth engine, right? So now I want to introduce one more that is called the Timelapse. So the Timelapse is also in the Google Earth engine function. When you click the Google Earth engine, and after you read some of the useful data from data sets, and you can go to Timelapse. The Timelapse is a very good tool to show how ice melting happening in some polar area, to show how this is happening throughout the years. You can see that once you click here, like Columbia Glacier which retreat, you can see how the ice cap or ice melting happening from 1985 to 2008. Or if you want to show about the urban growth in China, in Naolong, there is also some evidence showing about how the urban growth was developed from 1984 to 2018. So it was a interactive and also an animated, it can be like an animation, and showing how the population growth and the building was being developed in Liaoning cities. So when we are talking about urban planning or urbanization, it would be a good evidence showing it happened not just in Hong Kong but also in other part of the world. And if you are talking about not just in urban area, we can, if you don't want to talk about urbanization, you want to talk about deforestation, then you can also go to Brazil. Here it also shows some evidence showing about how deforestation was happening throughout these 20 years from 1980s to 2018. So you can show it to the student to show them how deforestation was happening and how it brings an impact to climate change. Okay, so this is one of the ways of using the Google Earth engine, which is one of the surveys from Google Earth. So now let's go to more in depth. Now we will go to talk about what we are going to mention today. Again, we need to, because I opened so many tabs. I'm sorry for that, but now we will go to launch the Earth. Okay, so now we can click this blue button and then we can launch the Earth right now. Right. So first of all, we'd like to talk about some of the vocabulary or maybe key terms, okay, in when we are going to use this Google Earth in our lesson. So first of all, we will I would like to talk about this button. This is a button to direct you to your own location. When you click this button, then you will directly to bring you back to the where you're located. For example, now I'm in Hong Kong, in Taipo, so it will direct you to where you are. So this is a direction panel, and then this is called this is one of the character, and this character, yellow character, will bring you to have a street view function, street view version. So when you click this yellow character, you can see that there's some blue lines being shown on the relief. So when you see the area with the blue shaded area or blue color, that means these are the area that you can have street view version. Then you can click this yellow character and place the yellow character here to have a street view version of where what's going on nearby. So maybe let's take an example. So I place it in just any places that I can show the street view function with blue color. And then when I just stop it, when you stopped, then you can see that you can see how it look like in the street view version. So not just a street view version, but also you can see there is a 2D or 3D version. So 2D version means that now we see that in the flat surveys from upside up point of view. So 3D version, it will be like a more in a different angles. So you can drag around, you can zoom in and zoom out, and then you can locate where you want. Okay, so and then lastly, this is and then this one is the campus. So this campus will go into, when you click this campus, then it will direct you to the north, the correct location. Okay, so the red one showing that you are in the north. Okay, you are heading to the loft. And you can see in the middle there is a globed surface. This globe, these small globes, is going to it have a very amazing function, because when you just drag this, or maybe when you move along, then it will bring you to another location. So it was also a very good tool to show that where you are, because you maybe in when you see in this earth, so you may not have a very good senses about which area exactly you are in the whole earth. So when you have this small globe showing that in the bottom area in this corner, then when you drag along from, maybe I want to go to Australia, then you will drag directly to it, and then you can, when you take off your hand, then it will bring you to Australia. So it will be a very good tool to have a understanding, or you can have awarenesses about where exactly you are, even though you are having this, you are using this tool, using this function to the student. Maybe you're looking at the screen, but with these small globes, it can help you to understand in this whole earth where you are, where exactly you are. So this is one of the function of using this 5 icon. So then next, there will be, I would like to talk about on your left hand side, on your menu area. So you can see that there are some, on your menu, there is a panel with different kind of function, different kind of function, different tools. So one of the things that I would like to suggest is so this is called search function. So that is a place for you to this is an area for you to search where you want to go. For example, I want to talk about the industrial land use with my student, then I will click this one and then direct them to the industrial estate. So, and then the second one is a Voyager. So Voyager is also very good way, because I believe that they have already handpicked or select some useful ready-made template that could be ready to use when we are teaching like say geography. When we want to talk about like this one, okay, we talk about how global warming affecting the ice melting in our atmosphere or in our earth. So you can use the sea level rise and how did it affect the coastal city or this Voyager. So you can just click this, or maybe show it to our students. I can also send this link to you guys. So you can see how it affect the sea ice in different Arctic area by using this platform, by using this Voyager version. So it showed you different ice and snow distribution and how it was affected from different years. So you can see that ice melting was happening. You can show the student that the ice melting was happening throughout the years due to the impact of climate change. So this is one of it, called Ice and Snow from Space for geography learning. And then another one will be sea level rise. So another one will be sea level rise and the fate of coastal city. And when we are talking about, when I'm talking to my student about Venice is going to be disappear, then the student may need some evidence showing it really is happening. So with this Voyager, you can show with the student with a whole worldwide version, a whole global view about what's happening around different coastal area around the world. Like in London, the sea level rise was happening after the 4 degrees Celsius warmer than before. So, and you can see that it was much, the rise level, the sea rise level is higher than before. So it was an evidence showing to the students, not just by like chalk and talk, but also with some visual tools guiding through the students to see what's happening. Like in New York is also one of the coastal city, so you can also show that, so show them how sea level rise affecting the coastal area in New York as well. So before that 2 degrees Celsius, the sea level will remain in certain level, but after it increase by 2 degrees Celsius, then it will be totally different, and some part of the coastal area will be flooded. So it will be a good evidence showing to our students in learning. So not just in climate change, but also in ocean acidification. Okay, you can also see one more thing that is made by Mixer, showing how climate change impact like from the forest, burning forest, the forest wildfire. You can show the students about in different images how climate change affecting the wildfire in the cases in Indonesia. So you can see that there are a lot of not just science subject, but also in geography subjects in Voyager can offer you with different options to support you to teach climate change. So maybe I will just skip it, and then we will, because of the time limit, I will go through for the another part apart from Voyager. We can talk about how we are going to use the Earth function to make a project. Yes, there's one more which is very good as well. This is called coral bleaching. Because it was difficult to show the student a VR tour or a VR tour under the water. It was nearly possible because without the as according to my experience, how I can show my student is to give them some YouTube video showing about how the climate change affecting the ocean or the marine life. But this is really a good tool which is tailor-made by the Ocean Agency, showing about how coal is affected by the increase of the decrease of pH value, and the acidity was affecting the coal bleaching, and you will be a good evidence showing how marine life is affected as well. Also can be found in Voyager function. So maybe let's be a little bit quicker now. Okay, now we will go to another part. Apart from now, after we go to talk about, we were just talking about Google engine. We were just talking about the Voyager. There are lots of different templates that is ready for use. And then now I would like to show how to make a project for our students, to tailor-made for our students for different purpose for the Google Earth scavenger hunt. So when we need to make a project, then we will go to your left-hand side panel. You go to this icon called project. There could be overview of different. You can see that they are also allowed you to use different map style. So you can use you can show them with no border, or with border, with label, with places and roads. You can also show them with 3D buildings or no, or maybe you can also show them the grid line. So therefore you can ask them to locate where is that area. So now let's go to make a project. That was pretty easy. So I will just use this example that is land use that I have made with my student as scavenger hunt, because I need to teach my student different kind of land use, CBD, rural land use, and also commercial, and also different land use. So how do we use it is that, first of all, you can see that there are different icons. This is share project. That means the student can collaborate with their peers. With this share with the people and groups, the student can share with their members. And then next one is that they can also open the project or export as HK-Macao file, but now I'm going to talk about it. And so when you make a project, you go to project and then click new project, and you can create a project in Google Drive. And then later on, then you will make create a name for that, like such as urban problem, okay, and urban renewal. And after that, then you will add a new feature. With this new feature, you can, when you click it, you can search the location that you prefer, such as Tu Kwa Wan. Okay, because Tu Kwa Wan is one of the inner city that have urban decay problem. So when I go here, when I search this area, you can see that in your right hand side, add to project. After that, you can add the project. You can add the place. You can click edit the place, and then after that, after you edit the place, you can see that there is an icon. You can add the picture with Google image search. You can also add video inside. For example, I can mention the urban. I can search urban problem, and then some of the relevant YouTube video can be added. Okay, so these are some of the function. You can also make some description here. You can mention that this is one of the inner city in Tu Kwa Wan, showing urban decay problem. So you can then save it. Okay, so after that, if you can make as much as you can, as long as it fits your teaching or curriculum, then you can click present and then drag along with your students. So now I can show you some of the tailor-made, that the one that I have made with my student. So this is land use that I made for my student, and I asked the student to go through from CBD to the to different kind of land use in Newtown. So they can use the avatar or use the character here, and then they could go to central area, and they need to tell me about what are the features in CBD. For example, high-rise building. There are a lot of tall buildings here, or they have to mention that in Hong Kong there are fewer flat land. Therefore, most of the buildings, they are being built near the harbor, and the land price is pretty high. So they will summarize these features of CBD to me after that. Okay, so they will jet along, and then so this can bring them to see the view really physical, like they can connect, they can develop their connection to when they are having this virtual field trip. So this is one of the good things if we are not having a field trip anymore because of the COVID-19 situation. So right let me see. So now the time is nearly running out. So maybe I will show you some of the, maybe I will just go through my slide. Okay, then I will going to summarize it with some of the conclusion that have been made. And so so there are some lesson idea. For example, I will show ask my student to use a scavenger hunt so that the student can find out the answer by these Google document questions. So for example, I will ask them to copy and paste or screen cap using Command Shift 4 to screen cap the 3D version, okay, what they can see, or the street view version about the commercial land use in CBD or in urban area, different land use in different urban areas. For example, in the farming unit, I'm asking them to take some notes on the Google Doc, okay, during this farming unit, and they can go through different farmland, and then tell me the features of farming wheat or implementing extensive farming, like in Northeast China. And then another idea would be Google Earth exploration, which is I will going to give them a Google Earth, and then they could explore from one place to another to see how different civilization happening in the 4 main River Valley civilization. So, and then they will also tell me what are the common feature of these 4 civilization, river civilization, which is all near the river. So, and then lastly, there will be a timeline project, like using the Google Earth timeline to guide them through about the process of Korean War. So this is nearly the end. I'm sorry for a little bit delayed. Okay, so but if you have any if you want to know more about that, there is a QR code for your reference, so you can take a look and see if there is something that you can answer your question. So that will be my session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you for your gorgeous sharing on the Google Earth. Yeah, this is quite interesting for me because I'm quite new on Google Earth. Maybe I can take your reference and try to design my interactive lesson with the Google Earth. And thank you so much. And actually, we are from Hong Kong, Macau SAR, the GG Hong Kong, Macau SAR. And we have a WhatsApp group. If you can read Chinese, you can try to join this group because we always communicate in Chinese. And yeah, and the next one is, in this session, we will have a certificate. So if you scan this QR code, then you can get the certificate automatically. But maybe you need to wait a moment because it may not doing immediately. But you can just scan the QR code here. So I will wait 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. I want to tell you that if you fill in this form and then you will finish the registration, and we will have a lucky draw section on 6 p.m. today in our Facebook page. Yeah, so please fill in the forms. And the next slide is about the Facebook page. If you fill the form and you join the lucky draw, you can find the live here on 6 p.m. GMT +8. This is Hong Kong time, okay? So maybe you need to be careful for the timeline, and you can come to watch the live of the lucky draw. Yes, and this is all for today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.